Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm so excited to share this wild ride with you. As you know, wild rides are crazy games that I play, but aren't adventure games. It's games that I actually, after finish, I'm like, whoa, that game was absolutely insane and crazy. The last game I shared, the league game against Julianus, was also insane, but this was a cool one, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to pronounce the name wrong. SanyaKholoniy. I could be pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry if I am. And they were my opponent. So I'm playing free. They wanted to do 2 free people tokens. If once we bid, I said I don't want to do tokens. So they decided to do Shadow Player. So I'm playing free with no tokens, and here we go. I draw help and look for Wizard Staff. I'm happy to see Wizard Staff. I'll play that right away if I can. I say Fellowship. Okay, allocates an eye. He rolls 2 more, and I roll a decent roll considering Gandalf's the guide. So I start by playing Wizard Staff, drawing Mithril Coat. Not happy to see Mithril Coat this early in the game. Usually you want to see that later on. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a card. He plays Threats and Promises, they play Threats and Promises. With the Fellowship, I am missed. My opponent brings Sauron to war. I move the Fellowship again because I do have Wizard Staff in play. This time I am hit, so buy Wizard Staff. They move from Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. I draw a strategy card so I can play it next turn. And they start moving armies towards Lorien and up, probably towards the Dew Line. It's my guess. So go to turn 2. I draw a Book of Miserable Axe and Bow. They allocate 9, rolls 1 more. And I don't roll any Palantirs. So I think for a while, then I pass. Isengard's brought to war. I think for a while here, then I decide I'm just going to move the Fellowship first. No real reason for it, but I figure, I'll just move him. And I missed. And now they're moving towards Lorien and up into here. I don't know what this place is called, Daggerlad. So I'm hoping maybe I could. I'm thinking of Power of Tom Bombadil because it does move the north down. I'm also thinking I could move the elves down, or I could just do movement. I don't remember what I did. Let's see what I did. Did the traditional movements. I see them coming, and typically they want to go through Old Forest Road. So I do the block. They move their Isengard units through Moria and up, I think, and I decide to. I think about prepping Erebor by moving this guy in, and I just changed my mind and decided to move the Fellowship again. This time I'm hit. So let's see how this goes. Hoping to get hit with a 3. That'd be amazing. And it's an I, which is it's pretty bad. I'd say it's not worst case. Yeah, it's pretty worst case. So I go through Moria and I draw a 1. I just take the corruption because I'm not losing Gandalf to that. And he continues his advance. Now that I see they're really close, I'm thinking right now if he attacks the Old Forest Road, it's not a big deal. It'll move it down 1. But if he attacks Dale, it would move it down 2, not to war. So by playing Power of Tom Bombadil, I'll be able to move the north down, and then it would help me muster, even though I'm not allowed to muster with Threats and Promises. My opponent says I can't, and remind them that the Power of Tom Bombadil can do it because it's not a normal muster action. And my opponent draws a strategy card. So here we go. I will go alone, and a Power 2 Great. Power 2 Great I'm thrilled to see because that'll wreck their day. And I decide to make Strider the guide. My thought is I could always hide them, keep moving. And then they allocate an eye, roll 1 more. And I roll this. And now my whole plan has kind of gone to crap. Because what I want to do is I'm looking at this. And I want to separate. I want to crown Aragorn because I can. with I will go alone because he goes 4. And then I could crown him with the Will of the West. And then I could hide the Fellowship with the character die. Then I could play a Power 2 Great to block the attack. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So I start with I'll go alone, straight to Minas Tirith. But because Gandalf is now the guide at the end of the turn, I'm allowed to use the guide ability to draw a card. I draw the wrong one. So that was a mistake on my part. And I draw an Ents. I apologize. Saruman's brought in. I flip Aragorn. Too bad there's no sound effect for him. And I'm seeing him moving outside of Dimral Dale and Lorien. So I just had the Fellowship because I think he's going to wait until he can get here before he can put both under siege. Attacks Old Forest Road, I think, and I make a mistake here. Because I put it on this side, I'm not able to see. He's unable to see that I play a Book of Mizarble. You can kind of see it under here if you look. You can see, like, right here. Yeah, Book of Mizarble's played, so they ask, and I tell them. And they get their hit anyway. And I get a 1 hit back, though, so at least I hit. And Threats and Promises is now gone. I play Power 2 Great now, because now they have to discard. Attack Dale with a card. I don't have any card to play. Great Host is played. New Powers Rising is used, which I'm surprised to see, because normally you want to save that because it's a much better ability just to play the card, because that's the best muster card in the game. But it works. So it does take out my guy in Dale. And the North is at war. And they're able to get the Witch King, which flips everybody. I draw a Dane, which I'm happy to see, and another Ents card. Ents cards aren't going to help right now because Gandalf's in the Fellowship. My opponent allocates an even though I didn't move again, and I roll pretty bad roll. This is not great. Not great at all. I think for a while, I think I'm playing Dane to Ironfoot's card, but I think if I decided I don't want to do that yet. And so you didn't see that card, because I think it would be better if I did army movement. So that's what I do. I move the guy from Iron Hills into Erebor, and I move down into Helm's Deep. Put in play Shadow Lengthens, and Foul Thing from the Deep. Again, you don't have to show me the cards, but I'm aware that that's legal. So I know those are out of the deck, and gets rid of Power 2 Great. So now I know I'm going to use my muster to muster the elves down 1. So I didn't know what I was going to do. Now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to muster the elves down, then put an elite at whatever place you didn't attack first. So move the elves down. Puts Lorien under siege. I put an elite in Woodland Realm. And he plays they play Black Captain commands to put Woodland Realm under siege with a ton of Nazgul. I decide to give a ring to move the Fellowship because I think I could lose Gandalf, and then I could be up to 6 dice. I missed. I say, darn. Draw a strategy card. I pass because I have no reason to use this right now. I'll wait till the last action. Attacking Woodland Realm. I'm probably going to play a no quarter here. Puts a Great Host. Gets 2. And I get 3 back. So I tell them that they have to make casualties first. Because if they take 3 casualties by taking 3 regulars, then they would not double me. Even with their 2 hits, because I would just downgrade the elites so that Great Host wouldn't trigger. So they take their elite away. So that's 2+1 now, and I take the damage. Stop and draw. Well, they have to stop. And they make sure they get the strat card instead of the character card. Alright, they move the Southern Easterlings down. I decide to move the Fellowship again, because maybe I can lose Gandalf here. But not to a 0 reveal. So Gandalf is resilient right now. He is not dying. Text Woodland Realm, no card. Uh, gets one, does not kill them though, and I get one back. So I'm happy that Woodland Realm survives. Maybe I can draw into Thranduil's archers. That would be amazing. I do into turn 5. I draw Athelas and Grimbjorn, and I think I get rid of one of the end cards. So I get rid of Ent's Rage because Ent's Rage is the weaker of the cards. Horn Dark is the better effect for defense. Allocates an eye, rolls 3 more, and then I roll. And I am so mad here. So I write, maybe I should just forfeit because this is the worst. So I play Grimbjorn, so I can get a leader here and the regular in the regular elite. I'm just gonna muster everyone in Carrick. I attack Woodland Realm, or they attack Woodland Realm. Don't hit again. Very lucky for me, and I hit back. So I am stalling out their military a little bit. I bring another elite in. Woodland Realm, they finally get their hit, and I hit back. But that forest is weak. So now they're at 3 victory points. I keep mustering elites in Carrick. I say don't mind them. Shadows of the Misty Mountains is played, so now I know they're probably going Lorien next. And they're probably going to use their turn to get everyone in. So I had the Fellowship with my Will of the West. And then they condense. They move one guy to Dale, probably to protect from me moving in. And I bring another elite to Carrick. And I laugh. And then they move armies up here and into Lorien. So it's turn 5. So, I mean, nothing really happened there except I got a giant army in Carrick. Now, you could argue that that could be a mistake on my part. Some people like to use the musters to bring nations to war instead. And they think that Carrick is a trap. But I did it. I draw There's Another Way and King Brandsmen. This is a tough choice and what to discard. I actually choose to get rid of Axe and Bow because I think my corruption damage is fine right now. Fellowship okay. Allocates an eye, rolls 2 more. And now I finally get a turn where I can probably lose Gandalf. So I move, I'm hit, and it's a 3. Easy choice by Gandalf. I don't play a Palantir first for 2 reasons. One, I already have too many cards out, and I don't need to have more. 2 is that there's a chance that he might bring, or my opponent might bring, Southern's Uselings down, and then play Day Without Dawn, so I can't even get Gandalf. Southern Uselings move down, and I put Gandalf the White and Fangorn. Ring Wizards are broader played, and they use it to just move armies and condense the Southrons and Easterlings who are now at war. I pass. I attack Lorien. They attack Lorien. I'm probably going to play a shield wall here. I do. We come to kill is played, and there's 3 6s there, and I get 2 back. And I remind them it's 3-1. And Post gets 1 more. They press. There's no reason I should play any card because that army is basically dead, my opinion. And yeah, it is. But I get 2 back. Sorry, I get 1 back. Now they're at 5, and I'm not feeling too good about my chances here. But I'm going to move the Fellowship anyway. I'm hit. It's a 1 reveal. I take a random, and they draw Mary. And don't forget, I kind of move them wrong. What you're supposed to do when you're playing this game is when you get hit, you take the corruption before you move. So that's why I put Mary here at the spot of the hit, and I put him with Strider or Aragorn. Musters a regular elite in Orthanc. I move Gondor down. They attack forwards of Eisen, and I think about Horn Dark, but I don't. I just do no card, and they get no hits, and I get 2. Very lucky on my part. And I go to Forwards of Eisen. I decided to play Dane's Ironfoot's card now, because that card's really good. And I don't want to lose it. And then Shadows Gather is played, and all of them go to Forwards of Eisen. So it's not looking good for me militarily. I'm not. It looks like my. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time, because you have 2 points here easily, 3, and then you got an army here that could just take 2 more, and so I'm feeling kind of under the weather here. I draw Gua here and Wisdom of Elrond, and I roll this. Now this is where things get crazy. This is the turn. 50 minutes into the video. I think. See, these cards don't help. I contemplate flipping the Fellowship, and I decide not to. And I said instead, I'm going to use this Force in Carrick to retake an empty Lorien. But it looks like I'm going military. And I move this guy down too, so I can act like I'm going after Moria. Puts an elite in Dol Guldur. I laugh. I continue my movement. Puts a regular in Dol Guldur and a regular in Moria. And yeah, I'm not going for that. So I think about playing Gua here. Then I realized I can't do math. Because Gua here, the rule is you can separate the companions if they were 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 short. Let's move him back. And I just attack Dimral Dale to kill this guy. No card, I kill him. He doesn't hit me at all. He brings a regular into Gorgorth and a regular into Moria. And I could take Moria out, but I decide that I want to retake Lorien to put this down. So those guys from Carrick had an adventure to Lorien. They're like, "Where is everyone?" Well, I guess we're taking it over now. And then my second action, I move everyone to Osgiliath here, because I could use Wisdom of Elrond to move everyone to war. And if I'm attacked, I could play a Daring Defiance to stop whatever attack they're going to do on me, whatever card they're going to use. So it brings another elite, another regular into Moria, and a regular into Mirandon. I pass, and he moves up next to me. A giant army. And he puts all the guys from Gorgorith into Mirandon to protect that stronghold. I think. And I play Gua here to bring Gandalf to Osgiliath. So now my plan is I'm going to use this army to maybe go military or just be annoying. But I've done my job, I feel, in terms of like stalling him from the Fellowship. It gives me a ring to move armies. And these guys it looks like they're trying to condense into Dol Guldur to prevent that from as a military threat. Maybe even go after Lorien, I don't know. And he's able to bring almost everyone out of Orthanc because there's no companion here. What I could do is I could give a ring and move Gandalf back, but I don't see a point doing that. So I play Wisdom of Elrond to bring Gondor to war. He plays Hill Trolls. They play Hill Trolls, and they play it up in Fords of Eisen. Happy to see that. I took their force pool out. They only have 1 elite left, so there's not much. You can't muster a lot more. So now I'm feeling I'm gonna go military. It's time. I draw Weeper of the Swifter and Red Arrow. Happy to see his scouts, as if they attack me, I can retreat, and then closer to Mordor. Allocates an eye and rolls 2 more. And I roll a pretty good roll. I move armies up here to Dimral Dale and here to North Ithilien. And they move their troops here to Osgiliath. I'm worried that they could get Minas Tirith. 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. 5, 6, 7. That would end the game if they take those territories. Because I'm not defending. And I see them going up for that. Like, uh-oh. So I attack Moria, but at least Helm's Deep is safe for now. Moria first, so I can get away from this army. And he can't muster any more up. He puts an elite in Mirandon. And I attack Minas Morgul. They play Day Without Dawn to get rid of my Will of the West, which I'm sad about. I should have thought of this. I attack Venus Morgul. I feel like I have a chance here. I'm shining, but I forget to say it. So I do give my opponent a chance to redo if they want. But they don't. I saw that something they can change their card, but they don't. I got one hit in the combat. I have to think about the reroll here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can reroll 4. That's 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. I can reroll 2 because I gave up Aragorn to get 2 hits. So that's 2, and they get 1 back. I press, and I just play no card, and I got 1 hit, and they got 1 back. So I'm at 4. And that ends that military idea. So I was hoping I could win there. But that's why I said it's always nuts. They move here, and I pass, because what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, if they attack me, I'm going to play scouts. And I'm going to scout to Gorgoroth because it's open. It's not a settlement. So they attack. I say shine. They play strategy card. It's hoping it's not Storm of Bats. And there I go. I'm out. I'm going to Gorgoroth. And now I'm going to take Barad-dûr for free. And move that one guy from Holland in. So I'm at 2 victory points. So now we go into turn 9. And Aragorn and Gandalf have 4 hit points. And don't forget, also I have another character here. Mary's also here. So let's see what happens. I draw a shield wall, and it is a gift. Turn 9. Hoping that they don't roll many attacks. Let's say they allocated no eyes this time. But they roll 2. And I roll a bunch. So I want to take Mori out right away. And I'm not going to play any cards here at all. I get 1. I get 2 in the first round. They get none. I press. No card. I get my second. And they don't hit back. So this is stable. I would say that's stable. They use... How are they moving? That looked like a glitch. Did I miss something? Looks like they use a Palantir to move. I should have... okay. We'll see if it impacts the game. That should not have been allowed. I decided to muster up. And I think instead I decide to flip the Fellowship so I can do some movement. They move their leadership around onto the Fellowship. And they move their Witch King in Gorgoroth. I muster an elite in Lorien so that they can't get those points here. Because I'm seeing it. Because now I'm thinking of going back to a ring rush. Attack Barad-dûr. I go under siege. It's probably not going to go well. I move the Fellowship. I'm hit twice. It's an eye, and I lose Legolas. Now they play Grond and Shine. So they have 13 hit points to my 4. But Gandalf is shining. So I play Blade of Westerness. Because if I get a reroll hit, I can kill the Witch King. And prevent the redraw. But Storm of Bats happens. It's cancelled. Combat roll misses. And I get 1 back. Round 2. No card. I decide to play Shield Wall, so I don't take too much damage. They get 1 hit, so now I'm down to 3. And I get 2 hits. So now I think I see strategy card, and I'm thinking this could be a deadly strife, and I don't want to lose this because there's a chance I can hold it. So I decide to play Heroic Death here to Deadly Strife. They get 3, and I get 3 back. And I decide to take Aragorn bravely dies in this battle. I'm going to lose my extra hit, but the way I see it, I'd rather cancel their rerolls than in their Nazgul. and they press. I don't have any cards that can help at this point. They got one more hit. Now I'm down to 2. And I get nothing. They press. I get mad and say I can't roll for S for me. They do no card on me. No hits. I get one back. So now my thought is I need to draw character cards to prevent myself from dying here. I draw Fateful Strike. Now what I want to see. No card is played by them. I play Fateful Strike in the hopes that maybe I'll kill them. They get one hit. I get one back, but my reroll does not kill the Witch King. So I only get one. They stop. I draw a card and I get Brave Stand. This is the perfect card to have. I mean, it would be better if I wanted Heroic Death because that would guarantee that I win here. But this will make them roll less, as I do have 2 companions in battle. So they attack Barad-dûr again. I play Brave Stand. They can only roll 1, so if they roll a 6, it's GG. And they roll a 3. Whew. So that was an insane game. So they say GG and they disconnect. But what a crazy turnaround there. I thought I'd have to go back to the ring rush. But yeah, I think they got one extra attack that they should have. As I rewatched that, I didn't notice it before. But that was a crazy game. So I want to thank SanyaKholoniy for allowing me to make this video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And let's look at the stats. All right, let's get the stats screen up. Here it is. So you'll see they weren't very lucky in terms of their hits here. They were -4. I was +0 on 6s. I was -2 on 5s though, which is what I felt this in Barad-dûr because I wasn't hitting back on 5s. So crazy game, crazy video. This was a wild ride. It's always fun to see military victory, in my opinion. That's why I always want to make a video of it. All right, guys, I still have more videos to come out. Hopefully I can get these league games out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.